First to England, who will play their final warm-up game before Euro 2024 this evening. Let's head to Wembley. Join our senior reporter, Rob Dorset, live right now. Rob, very good afternoon to you. Really getting the feeling now, aren't we? We're building up to this tournament. The countdown really is on now. And, of course, there's going to be a lot of focus on the starting 11 that Gareth Southgate goes with against Iceland and how much it might resemble the one that starts that opening group game against Serbia on June the 16th.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, the opening game for England is just 9 days away now, and a lot of these players in this England squad haven't played a lot of football for many weeks now since the end of the Premier League season. So I expect Gareth Southgate to go strong tonight against Iceland. I think it will much more resemble the starting 11, the sort of starting 11 he's likely to put out in that opening game against Serbia in Germany. Bear in mind that there was a lot of experimentation at St James's Park on Monday night for that other friendly game and against Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I don't think that's going to happen right now. Obviously, with Harry Maguire not part of England's plans, won't be going to the tournament. John Stones is the senior man in defence. He's the main man to anchor that defence, and I fully expect him to start tonight. And he needs the game time, in truth. He wasn't considered for that game against Bosnia on Monday night because he hadn't been training very much, even though he joined up with England early to try and get some fitness. One Premier League start since mid-March, and was rested for that game against Bosnia as he tried to get some more intensity into his training. That's now there. So I fully expect John Stones to lead the defence tonight, probably with Mark Gay alongside of him. And we saw, when we brought you live training on Sky Sports News yesterday morning, for the first time, the other Manchester United and Manchester City players who'd been given some extra time off to recover from the Cup final. They were, of course, Kyle Walker, Phil Foden, Kobbie Mainoo. How much game time they get tonight, I think, will depend on how much training they've managed to do this week. They've had a maximum of 2 or 3 training sessions. So Southgate will have to talk to the medical staff and see where they're at, having had a couple of weeks without football because of that. But as I say, with that opening game so close in the Euros, I think tonight for Southgate is all about building a squad unity, a starting 11, and understanding amongst those players. Some of the younger players that we heralded to the heights yesterday when they were named in the squad may have to bide their time a little bit. They may get some game time tonight, but I don't think it will be from the start, probably.
Got to ask you about Harry Kane, Rob. Came on and scored against Bosnia as a substitute, but do you think he'll get a start tonight?
Probably, yeah. I think he'll share the game time as England's number 9 with Ivan Toney. From Harry Kane's perspective, England are monitoring very, very closely. And look, they're not saying anything publicly, but I think there are real concerns about this back problem that Harry Kane has had, which kept him out of the final 3 games of Bayern Munich's season. He looked a little bit ginger, you had to say, when he came on against Bosnia and Herzegovina at St James's Park. Does what he always does, scored a goal, of course, but he didn't look particularly mobile or as match sharp as he would want. And so the question is, does he need to be protected right now to try and nurse that injury back to full health before the opening game, or does he need the game time in his legs to try and get back to full match sharpness? So I think that will be key. When you look at Ivan Toney, though, remember he didn't get a single minute against Bosnia and Herzegovina on Monday night. It was Ollie Watkins who was on for the start, replaced by Harry Kane. Ivan Toney will definitely get some match action tonight, and having started the final 4 Premier League games for Brentford, I think he needs a bit of boost of confidence right now because he's not scored a Premier League goal since mid-February, but he did score his first England goal, of course, in that 2-2 draw